Welcome, everyone, to the Your Energy First podcast. I'm your host, Emily Marie, and it is such a pleasure to have you here to talk about all things your energy. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the podcast. It is such a pleasure to have you here. And for our time together today, we are going to do a energy healing and grounding practice. And this is something I do for myself every day, but it's important to note I didn't get started that way. In fact, I got started where I was in an unhealthy way, seeing a practitioner for a long time to give myself any type of energetic support. I didn't know that I could do it on my own. I didn't know the basics of it. And that's why I feel so passionate about sharing that with you here today. So what happened is I would see an energy practitioner and I thought, okay, good. I'm getting my boost of good energy, my boost of light. I can't even believe I'm saying that, but that's actually what I did. And then I stopped seeing that practitioner and I felt lost. Not for very long, but I was like, well, shoot, where am I going to get my energy from? And my intuition and my spirit team was so gentle and kind with me, and they showed me my inner light. And the inner light is a broad stroke term for what sits within each of our energy fields, this capacity within each of us to connect to whomever your source is, God, universe, divine, limitless expansion, whomever your source is, sits within you, sits within each of us. You have access to that. And then what's even more wild is within you at your center point, so to speak, is your access to your higher self, your higher consciousness. You know, you have a soul. Your body has a soul working together with it, and your soul has a higher level consciousness that is connected to the divine and is connected to source and is also helping guide you on this path, which is so crazy and so cool. And your higher self is very, very powerful. And your higher self has developed this aspect of you, this personality in your lifetime. So, for example, an aspect of my soul is Emily Marie, and is here in this lifetime to learn certain things and go through different types of experiences, both good and bad, by the way. You know, we have our intuition and our spirit guides and our spirit team who are well equipped and know that we are actually meant to screw up a lot. So they're not here to give us this golden path that's a straight line and everything looks absolutely hunky-dory. No, they're here because they know there's a bunch of stuff we want to work on. Thank goodness, right? And so you have this higher consciousness that's connected within your inner light. You also have your spirit team there. Your spirit team, your spirit guides, and all of your animal totems. If you have any loved ones who have crossed over that have good boundaries, they're involved in that area with you. Anytime you need support, you can connect to this inner light. And I call it an inner light because it does kind of pop. It has a brightness to it, and it just gives our human brains a place to go. And some people see with their imagination, and some folks don't have strong imagery. They're strong in feelings and sensations and knowing. So I'm going to reference both on the podcast, and I just want you to take the aspects which you need and leave the rest. So for those of you who do not see imagery, when I talk about your inner light, I want you to focus on feeling a warmth, a strength, a presence, a calming sensation somewhere within your body or within your energetic realm. And if you are someone who does visualize, then I want you to think about imagining an inner light somewhere within your being. And our energy expands far out beyond our physical body. So for a lot of us, our inner light is somewhere within our body. And then for some people, I've actually heard a few people, they feel their inner light in their aura. And that's a beautiful thing too. So the first place you think about, oh, where's my inner light? I promise you the first place that pops into your head is correct. Don't overthink it. This is coming from an overthinker, by the way. Don't overthink it. So at your inner light is your connection to source, your spirit guides, your spirit team, your higher self, all the support you need. And then what's wild is you also have aspect to every piece of energy that exists in all of space and time in your inner light. I mean, it's kind of crazy, but it's really cool. And that's why we hear, and we've heard so many people say that everything is within you, or all of the answers are within, and it's true. And what happens is we don't spend enough time leaning back into that space and really feeling and breathing into it and saying, I want to spend some time here. I want to receive some answers from my higher self, from my spirit team. I want to receive some healing and grounding. We hardly spend any time there. And that's okay, because we haven't been taught that. We've been taught other things, right? Like there's a cool app for that. And there's always so much entertainment and good stuff on social media too. Social media isn't all bad, but our lives can kind of wear us down. And so what we do is we look for reprieves in things like online games and social media and distractions. And that's absolutely perfectly fine. It's a normal part of being human. In order for us to feel more fulfilled, happier, satisfied, more joyful, less drained, less like life is pulling us along, in order for us to feel like we are more in line with ourselves, we have to spend time within. We do. And it can feel a little bit nerve-wracking at first. It can feel a little bit like, well, if I do that, what's there? Also, when we start to go within, sometimes it can feel fidgety, or we have fear around what's going to come up, because you and I, we're human, which means we are both shadow and light energy. And light is so beautiful and bright, and we absolutely love it, and it feels good. And we want to bring more of that in. And in order to bring more of that in, we have to look at our shadows. And our shadows are aspects of ourselves that is looking to be healed, that are looking to be healed. Whoops, grammar. We're here to talk about energy, not grammar, thankfully. Healing shadow aspects of yourself sometimes is really deep and profound work, and sometimes it's really light and simple. It completely varies. And it's important that we don't spend our entire lives just focusing on the healing energy. We want to have a lot of fun too. And we want to explore life and have adventures, even if adventure means being a homebody and trying new recipes, with loved ones or people you care about. So it's whatever that looks like for you. And when we heal these shadow aspects of ourselves and we bring need of healing into this lifetime, not just from experiences we've had up until this point in our lives, but even experiences that we've had in past lives. So, and that will really come through. We think about, we have these funny experiences when we're kids, and they have really profound effects on us, even though it can be something really small, like you were 3 years old and someone stole or someone took from you your green block. And you and I know that that's not that big a deal, but for some reason for you at that age, it was a really big deal. And that's because it is triggering things that have happened to you in a past life that mimic that same situation, but were a much bigger deal and had a bigger and more profound impact on you. So we're here to heal both the shadow and the light. And when you connect with your inner light, It is a sanctuary for you. It's also going to be a guidance for you. It's going to help you through these aspects of shadow. It's going to help you through the healing phase. You truly can do so much healing on your own. I mean, the guides, I'm asking them right now, Spirit, I'm asking them right now, and they're saying truly 80% of transformation can come from self. Now, that may mean we pull in tools that we've learned from other people, but we're still doing the heavy lifting. They always like to use the example of working out. People are passionate about fitness and they create these programs, and we're so grateful for that. But you and I are still doing the squats, and you and I are still doing, the crunches and the bicep curls, right? We have to do the work. Same goes for energy healing and energy work. So people can offer wonderful meditations and journaling prompts and tools, and then you're the one who's actually doing the work. So that's one of the things we are going to go over today. We are going to do a basic energy clearing and grounding practice. And the first thing I will always have you do with every practice is connect to your inner light. And every practice and tool I share on this podcast is always an invitation, meaning as you connect with your inner light is actually going to guide you specifically to what it is that you need. No one knows truly what you need except for you and whomever your source is. And that's powerful, and it's so amazing. Oh, it gives me chills. So let yourself be your greatest guide. So as we go through this practice, see what comes up for you. As part of what I teach, I will give you steps along the way, but if you don't feel inclined to follow those steps, go in your own direction. Or maybe you do follow the steps because you're like, these training wheels feel really good for my energy. Then do that too. All right, here we go. So start by taking a really gentle breath in and just kind of let your shoulders relax and let your belly out a little bit. Maybe your hips relax. And you can do this eyes open or eyes closed. It works both ways. Remember, energy work is simple. So if you need to do this with your eyes open, that's okay too. And take another breath in and just kind of pay attention. Notice what it is your breath is doing. And I want you to imagine or feel or sense your inner light and just acknowledge it. Say hello to it. Wherever it is exactly right. Don't second guess it. What's the worst that could happen? So say hello to your inner light and just ask it to love up on you a little bit and ask it to expand for you. As your inner light expands from the inside out, it's actually reinforcing. You have like a force field at the end of your energy that just completely surrounds you, surrounds your aura, surrounds your body. Every human has this on this earth plane. And when you say hello to your inner light and you activate it with your consciousness, it reinforces that force field. Only that which is for the highest good can come through for you. So saying hello once again to our inner light, just re-emphasizing that connection. We're going to say the words either to yourself or out loud. It works great either way. We're going to say, Spirit Team or Source, please run energy for me right now for my highest good. Please provide me with grounding and clearing energies. I set the intention for a divine, clear connection with you and only you. Thank you for supporting me throughout my day. Thank you for giving me the exact clarity and guidance that I need today. My thoughts are wholly my own. The intuitive support I receive is clear and I trust it. And now we're going to close. Say thank you for running, clearing, healing, and grounding energies through me. And just what do you notice in your body? What has shifted from before you started doing this practice? Allow yourself to just be in receiving mode now. And enjoy these energies coming through for you. You just did some amazing self-energy healing work, and you can do this anytime you want to, day or night. Maybe you use this practice as some guardrails until you eventually develop your own that feels really good and true to you. Thank you so much for being here today. You can find me at emilymarie.energy on Instagram and TikTok, also at emilymarie.com. If you have any feedback or questions or shares, you can email me, connect@emilymarie.com. Please don't forget to follow, like, and subscribe to this podcast. We come out every single week with more topics like this one today, as well as more meditations and practices coming for you.